and true. The code lives in you. Written in the earth. Known before your birth. From the root of the mountain, the river runs deep. A wisdom so ancient, the world is asleep. They buried the knowledge beneath stone and sand, but the truth keeps on rising right here where I stand. The stars told the elders what the books couldn't say. A fire was burning long before today. The soil remembers what the tongue has forgot. The code was already here, it cannot be stopped. Can you feel it in your bones? Written long before the throne. Every seed already knows where the ancient river flows. This is the code, older than time, carved in the earth, written in rhyme. Rise with the knowing, walk with the light. The ancient reggae code, burning bright. This is the code, planted in blood, rooted in love, rising from mud. Sound of creation, call of the drum. The ancient reggae code, kingdom come. They try to rewrite it, erase every trace, but wisdom don't vanish, it just changes face. The rhythm of nature, the pulse of the land, still speaks to the children who can understand. Look into the fire, look into the sky. The ancestors left us the reason and why. No system can silence what the creator designed. The code is eternal, body, spirit and mind. Before there were kingdoms, before there were kings, the code was already woven in living things. In the breath of the ocean, the cry of the wind, the ancient keeps calling us back to begin. Ancient and true. The code lives in you. Written in the earth. Known before your birth.
Beginning there was silence. Then the earth let out a sound, a vibration through the darkness, roots pushing through the ground. The first tree reached for heaven, the first river found the sea. Before the name of any nation, creation moved in harmony. Roots of creation deep in the soil, ancient foundation. No blood, no toil, every living thing connected. every soul direction given. Roots of creation calling us home. Knows the memory, the ocean keeps the time, the wind carries the stories of a people and their climb. We come from dust and starlight, from the clay and from the sea. The code was written in our bodies long before our eyes could see. Roots of creation deep in the soil, ancient foundation, no blood, no toil, every living thing connected, every soul direction given. Roots of creation calling us home. Calling us home. Before the walls were built, before the land was divided, before the blood was spilled. The root don't lie, the root don't fade, the root holds strong through every storm and shade. So plant your feet in the present, but let your roots go deep. The ancient ways are living, they were never yours to keep. Pass the wisdom to the children, let the elders speak the truth. The roots of all creation are the roots of me and you. Either the fire died when they scattered us apart, but you cannot kill a flame that lives inside the heart. From Ethiopia to the islands, from the desert to the shore, the ancient fire kept on burning through every wound and every war. It passed through hands of elders, it passed through eyes of youth. It burned inside the exile, it burned beside the truth. Ancient fire never dies, burns beneath the darkest skies. Ancient fire, hear it call, what they tried to break could never fall. Ancient fire in our veins, through the blood and through the chains. Ancient fire, rise again, burn from now until the end. fire is a teacher. If you sit with it and learn, it shows you what is hollow, and it shows you what must burn. The ego and the falsehood, the empire built on sand. The ancient fire sees through all of it, and still it takes your hand. Consciousness is kindling, and the truth becomes the flame. Once the ancient fire finds you, you will never be the same. This fire was here before the first king ruled, before the first lie was spoken as the truth. This fire don't need permission to exist. It burned before your history and everything you missed. So let it burn in your spirit, let it burn in your mind, let it burn through the blindness, leave the darkness behind. Every ancestor who suffered, every prophet who was right, poured their fire into this moment so you could walk in the light. Ancient fire, still burning. Ancient fire, we are the flame. Ancient fire, cannot be tamed. They came with every weapon, they came with every chain. They tried to move the mountain, but the mountain still remained. You cannot break what the earth built, you cannot bend what the Creator set. Every trial only added height, every scar became a summit yet. The valley taught me patience, the storm taught me to stand. The mountain didn't move for anyone, and neither will this man. Rise like mountains, rooted and tall. Rise like mountains, answer every call. When the wind comes heavy, when the rain won't cease, rise like mountains, stand in your peace. Rise like mountains, older than time. Rise like mountains, every summit a sign. My grandfather was a mountain, my grandmother a stone. They carried generations, so we never stand alone. The pressure only forges what was always meant to be. Every attempt to crush us only shaped our destiny. Look at what they tried to bury. Look at what still stands today. The mountain doesn't argue, it just refuses to give way. Mountains were here before the maps were drawn, before the borders, before the right and wrong. Mountains don't belong to any flag or name. They rise for every people, they rise for every pain. So stand in your purpose, plant your feet in the ground. Let the noise of the valley be a distant sound. You were built for this moment, you were shaped by the climb. Rise like mountains, beloved. You were mountain all the time. Rise like mountains. Rise. You were always standing. Rise. Rise. Mountain. Sit down and listen. Before you speak, you must hear. The wisdom that I carry took a lifetime to get here. I have walked through the fire, I have slept in the rain, I have buried my brothers, and I rose up again. Don't come to me with shortcuts, don't come looking for ease. The tree that bears the most fruit is the one that learned to breathe. The elder speaks, let the young ones hear. The elder speaks, through the joy and the fear. Words like water, slow and deep and clear. The elder speaks, and the truth draws near. I was young once like you, full of fire and pride. Thought I knew every answer till life took me inside. The lesson came in silence, the lesson came in loss. The lesson came at midnight when I counted up the cost. But every scar became a scripture, every fall became a flaw. The elder that I am today was forged in what I bore. There is a knowing that cannot be taught in schools. There is a seeing that comes from living through the rules. The elders held this fire through the middle of the night. They passed it to the morning, so the children could have light. Don't let the noise distract you from the voice that's always known. The elder speaks inside you too. You are never quite alone. One day, one day, one day, one day you'll be the elder.
One day,
one day you'll be the elder. One day they'll come to you with questions in their eyes and hearts that need a clue. So carry what I'm giving, hold it close and hold it well. The wisdom of the ancient is a story you must tell. Planted in your children, planted in the ground. The elder never truly leaves as long as wisdom's found. Listen,
the elder speaks.
listen,
Before the silence,
listen.
the code is in the word.
Sacred. Remove your shoes. You're standing where the ancestors stood. This earth beneath your feet has absorbed both tears and blood. Every stone has a story, every tree holds a name. The ground remembers everything long before you came. The rivers ran through kingdoms, the soil fed the kings. This land is more than real estate. It's alive and it breathes. Sacred ground, every step is holy. Sacred ground, the earth is our story. Walk with care, walk with prayer, feel the pulse beneath you. Sacred ground, the ancestors can hear you. Ay, ay, ay. Ah, da, 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 da. Oh. Oh. I come from people who knew how to read the sky, who planted by the moon and never questioned why. They spoke to the rivers, they listened to the wind. The land was not a resource, it was family and friend. We lost the conversation when we lost the ground, but the earth is still speaking if you slow down enough to hear the sound. Oh, sacred ground,
She has been here forever. She has watched empires go. She does not judge. She does not forget. She holds every footstep of every soul that walked yet. Sacred,
Every step,
sacred,
every breath,
sacred.
come back to the ground.
Come back to the ground, yeah.
Every step, every breath, come back to the ground.
My blood remembers what the history books erased. My bones carry the journeys of a people time displaced. I am not an accident, I am not a footnote in your war. I come from kings and farmers, from the healers and the poor. The soil of my ancestors still calls me by my name. No matter where they scattered us, the bloodline stayed the same. Blood and soil cannot be taken. Blood and soil cannot be forsaken. What they tried to bury rose up through the ground. Blood and soil is where I'm found. Blood and soil written in my veins. Blood and soil outlasted every change. They drew lines across the homeland, said this side is yours, this mine. But the earth don't recognize a colonizer's line. My people crossed the waters, not by choice, but by the tide. They carried what they couldn't pack. The culture lived inside. The language may have shifted. The names were torn away, but the blood kept all the memory of a people and their day. You can take the land, but you cannot take the root. You can silence the voice, but you cannot take the truth. The blood knows where it came from. The soul knows every name. Every generation carries the original flame. So I stand in this body like a flag in the ground. Every scar is a medal. Every loss is profound. I don't carry this in anger. I carry it in pride. Blood and soil made me everything that lives and breathes inside. From the root to the crown, from the dust to the sky. Blood and soil is my anthem, and I'll sing it till I die. Blood remembered, soil still speaking. Blood and soil, we are still here. as a conscious man. They said understand, but I choose to overstand. There's a difference between following and knowing where you stand. The system gave you answers before you ask the question. That's not education, that's a very careful lesson. They taught you what to think, but never taught you how. They showed you all the branches, but they never showed you the bough. Open up your eyes, look beyond the surface. Everything you're seeing was designed with a purpose. Don't just take it in, turn it in your mind. The truth is always deeper than the version that they find. Overstand, don't just understand. See the whole design, not just what they hand. Overstand, rise above the plan. See the world for what it is and know exactly where you stand. Overstand, overstand. The code is in your hands. Overstand, overstand. Walk as a conscious man. The television tells a vision that was never meant for you. The headline is the headline, but the story runs right through. The calendar they gave you disconnected you from sky. The food they put before you never asked the question why. But the ancient ones were watching. They left the keys inside the earth. The overstanding comes to those who know what knowledge is worth. To overstand is not to stand above another soul. It is to see beneath the surface and to make yourself whole. It is to hear the silence between every spoken word, to feel the weight of what was lost and reclaim what was blurred. Overstand, see clearly. Overstand, the code is yours. Overstand, always was. Overstand. Oh, oh, oh. Ah, na, 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 na. After every darkness, the flame was still there. After every silence, still burning in the air. They tried to blow it out with every wind of doubt, but the eternal flame is what this life is about. It lived in the prophet, it lived in slave. It burned in the exile, it burned past the grave. The eternal flame cannot be extinguished. The eternal flame will never be diminished. Burn through the ages, burn through the night. The eternal flame is our birthright and light.
The eternal flame,
Passed hand to hand,
the eternal flame,
lights up every land.
burn on, burn on.
From the beginning to the end,
The eternal flame,
will rise and rise again. I felt it as a child, before I had the words, a knowing in my chest, like the singing of the birds. It guided me through valleys, it steadied me in storms. It showed me who I truly was, beyond all earthly forms. The flame is not religion, the flame is not a creed. It is the breath of the Creator, it is everything we need. Every soul that ever lived carried this same light. Every tear that ever fell fed this same fire bright. The ones who came before us did not die in vain. They poured themselves completely into this eternal flame. We are the continuation, we are the living proof. The flame burns in our voices, the flame burns in our truth. So carry it with reverence, carry it with care. Don't let the world convince you that the darkness is all there. When you feel the weight of living, when the night grows cold and long, remember what you carry, and remember you belong to something far greater than this moment and this place. The eternal flame was burning long before the human race.
eternal,
Still burning,
eternal,
cannot be stopped.
eternal,
We are the flame,
eternal.
from now until forever. Oh, ancient and true. The code lives in you. Written in the earth. Known before your birth. Oh, yeah. At the beginning, we walked through fire and soil. We heard the elders speaking through every trial and toil. We stood like
like mountains standing. We felt the ancient flame. We learned to overstand it all, and nothing looks the same. The roots of our creation run deeper than we knew. The code was always with us the whole journey through. This is the code, older than time, carved in the earth, written in rhyme. Rise with the knowing, walk with the light. The ancient reggae code, burning bright. This is the code, planted in blood, rooted in love, rising from mud. Sound of creation, call of the drum. The ancient reggae code, kingdom come. I came in searching for something I couldn't name. I found it in the silence, I found it in the flame. I found it in the mountains, I found it in the ground. I found it in the elder's voice, I found it in the sound. The code was never hidden, it was never out of reach. It lived inside the living, it lived inside the speech. The roots ran deep, the fire never died, the mountains never moved, the elders never lied. The blood remembered, the soil held a name. The overstanding opened eyes, the eternal kept the flame. And now we stand together at the end and the start. The ancient reggae code was always in the heart. So take this with you, carry it like light. Let it guide your morning, let it guard your night. Share it with your children, sing it to the sky. The ancient reggae code will never say goodbye. We are the